So we're looking at the angle problems in the pie chart question. The pie chart shows you information about candidates in an election. The angle for Mrs. Wood is 24 degrees more than the angle for Mrs. Patel. So I'm going to label that on the diagram. So if we call Mrs. Patel x degrees, and therefore Mrs. Wood would be x plus the 24 degrees, not very good, 20. A little equation. It then carries on to talk about the number of voters. Now before we can work out the number of voters, we have to first work out the x, which we can do using the algebra as we go through, or using trial and error. So I'm going to go with algebra. So we've got the 64 from Mr. Smith, plus the x number from Mrs. Patel, plus the x plus the 24 from Mrs. Wood. And we know that that has to equal 360 degrees because it's inside the circle. Our angles around a point add up to make 360 degrees. So we can simplify that to get 2 x's plus the 88, because 64 plus 24 is 88, and that gives me 360. We're then going to solve that. So we're going to take away the 88, and then we're going to divide it by 2 to get our answer for x, which is 136. So using that information, we can now say that the angle there is 136 degrees, and the angle from Mrs. Wood is 160 degrees. We're then going to carry on with the question. There are 5,220 votes in total. Work out the number of votes from Mrs. Patel. So Mrs. Patel, we can see, is 136 degrees out of the 360 possible, and we're going to times that by the 5,220 to get our number of votes, which is 1,972 votes. All it wants is that particular information, so that's all we have to apply. So I'd like to have a go at the next question. It's almost exactly the same. The only thing I have changed is the number there and the angle, so you can change your working out in the purple. So have a go at that. Please pause the video. So let's put the x in the same place, and then x plus the 24 there. So I'm going to work out my angle x, because it will change slightly. So I've got the 50 plus the x plus the x plus the 24, and that's still equal to the 360. So that's going to give me 2x plus 74 this time is equal to 360. And again, we're going to solve that to work out the value of x, which is 143. Now, because I now know that, we can fill in the actual degrees on that. So that's going to give me 167 for Mrs. Wood. And again, we're sticking with Mrs. Patel. So that's 143 over the 360, and we're going to times it this time by the 1,800 to get our answer, which is 715 votes. So on your action sheet, there are 2 questions that I'd like you to do with all the working out, please. There are 1,400 students to start with, asking about 3 subjects. Maths was 46 more than English. Calculate how many students chose English. And then 480 students were asked about sports. Tennis and hockey got the same result. Swimming was 48 degrees more than tennis. Calculate how many students chose swimming. Okay, so have a go at those 2, please, on your action sheet. So pause the video. So you should have ended up with 424 for English and 164 for swimming. All your working out should be in your action sheet for your teacher to check through. Well done for having a go.